Yeah,
I wanted to ask you something I always wondered, right? Because sometimes, like, it frustrates me because I'm, like, a fan of your shit for real.
Thank you, man.
Like, At the Speed of Life, like, 40 Days, 40 Nights, like, chamber music, 3-Card Molly, like, oh, my God, like, just fucking amazing.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
Los
it.
Angeles Times, of course. You become a star, which, you know, is I feel like it's very hard to be a certain level of famous, and you've achieved that level of fame through a show like Pimp My Ride, through doing movies, through doing TV, through doing films. But while doing all of that stuff, there is like an entire generation of people that strictly only associate you with those television shows,
Understood.
and or while associating you as a rapper, discount your career as a rapper because they just say, oh, it's the Pimp My Ride guy.
Right.
Was there ever like the gift in the, because I'm never going to call being on Pimp My Ride a curse because that changed your life, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
But was the fame and the success of the other stuff in front of the camera, did it take a hit like on the like did it affect the music stuff in a negative way at all?
Well, I was the first.
You were the first,
Right.
Because we didn't have a TI reality show. We had nobody. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
You're
let's
the first
start.
guy,
Let's
yeah.
start there. I was the first, so we didn't know at the time what 20 some years later was going to look like. So being the first, there was a lot of risk versus reward. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was too close to it in the beginning, but as now I look back and I can understand like this made me a global brand. This made me somewhere where I can be, the people who don't even know I do music,
They know you.
they know me, right? And that's something to start with, right? And so when then you look at, okay, so now everybody that's in music is doing something other than music in order to just
Everybody's got their side quest
to get
going.
it to get the use the music as a backdrop,
For sure.
and then be able to like put themselves out there. So I think that the people that try to dismiss the music because of the show, I don't know. Everybody is entitled to their opinion.
But was that something that you would like notice was happening at the time? Like once the show really popped off, like.
No, it definitely bothered me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was too close to it. Like I said, I wanted people to know me for one thing, but then they recognize me and know me for this other thing.
Yeah, and then you're doing movies.
You know what I'm saying?
I had you and Busta Rhymes had a horrible movie I had on VHS.
Yeah.
I bought that movie from Hollywood Video. It was terrible, but I bought it and I watched that motherfucker and it was on my shelf.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll let them know. I'll tell Buzz.
It's crazy. So my best friend, I have like one of my real first like hip hop, two hip hop stories in life. Really,
Yeah.
My best friend, his name is Ramses. His brother is Rocka.
Yeah.
From Dilated. So Ramses came to L.A. As Rocka's dad has a lot of kids.
That's Buddy. Buddy's my best friend.
Yes, of course. Buddy, who was in the was he in the paparazzi
Yeah, he
video?
was in the paparazzi video. And now he's a lawyer.
Yes, he's a lawyer.
Hell yeah.
Right. So Ramses comes to LA to meet his brothers, and this is before the platform came out. So this was, I don't even know what year this was. He comes out to LA. I think at the time he's probably 17, I'm 13, something like that. Hangs out with the alcoholics, you're around, comes back, he's like, yo, my brother's in this rap group, and I was hanging out with Xzibit, and whatever the case is. Then you ended up, like, not long after that, having a concert. It was like a college show at Arizona State University.
Yeah.
And me and Ramses, with the hope of finding you backstage so you would remember him, we legit, as like children, snuck into the backstage of this concert. It was just moving around like crazy. Fast forward, you're on is it the what was the tour with Papa Roach?
Anger
Management Tour. Yeah. And again, we're on a mission.
Yeah.
Seir,
yes.
rest his soul.
Rest in peace, yeah.
Is on that tour. sees Ramses, recognizes him,
Yeah.
and brings us backstage.
Yeah, see?
And I'm a little kid
Look at
backstage
God.
at the Anger Management Tour, and you're the first. Well, no, you're not the. I don't know if you're the first. Yeah, you're probably the first rapper I ever really kind of like. I was a little dirty ass white kid. I was probably 13, 12,
all
13.
good, man. It's
and
dope.
like you were super cool backstage, and I remember just being like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah.
I think it was what was that? Eminem.
Yeah. Papa Roach,
Was
Limp
it
Bizkit.
Lou?
Yeah, Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, it was just whatever the case was.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. By the way, man, we got to acknowledge Seir passing away, man.
yeah.
Obviously, I know he was a big part of your story.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was tough to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad me and Ras, we were able to go up and see him before he passed, and
That's important.
that was very dope that we were able to all be together. And shout out to the whole family, all the kids. His brother Sonny, from the Who Riders, he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like he did a lot of the heavy lifting. So shout out to him. And I'm glad we got to see my brother.
That's good. One of the all-time never got an album but needed an album was the Golden State Warriors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it was supposed to happen.
And then like there was like an NBA thing where they stepped in like you can't call yourself that. Then it was like Golden State Project, right?
When we called ourselves the Golden State Project. We actually got a cease and desist letter from the Golden State basketball organization. Yeah, they was like, yo, if you do that, we're gonna fucking murder you. I was like, okay, we won't. Well, they didn't say that, but basically it was like, don't fuck with our shit.
Was there like how did you guys ever like actually with intent work on that album?
We have 4 songs completed, and then
Like that we haven't heard?
as you haven't heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
One day, man.
One day.
They might leave.
I got them sitting on DATs. I know exactly where
you
they
got
are.
'em.
Yeah,
That's
I got
good.
them. Yeah, I'm organized like that.
Yeah, 3 Card Molly is one of the best posse cuts of all
Yeah,
time.
I got to organize some other stuff. I got some stuff. Now that you made me think about it, I have like these big bins of like I kept all my cassettes. I kept all my CDs, and I started going through these CDs. I got like Kanye West beat CDs. Wow. I got like, you know what I'm saying, like instrumental CDs. I got. Man,
It'd be crazy if you like listen, and you're like, damn, I passed on this beat.
Yeah,
that ended up being like.
I want to figure out. I got to put that shit into some hard drives, or I got to get a system where I can like organize it. But I want to like maintain that library of shit I have because I've been like collecting. Remember, you used to give out CDs,
Of
like
course.
you know what I'm saying,
Of
like
course.
the singles and the little promo CDs, and you got instrumentals and shit on there.
I mean, that's how everything was. The beat CDs, like, yo, I got beats. Here you go. Where's no email?
Yeah, I got beat CDs from like, man, you name it, I got them.